All right. Tyson Fury and Dean White, the brother of Dillian White, have something miraculous happen to them on the same day. These guys are just blessings to the world. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome to the channel, subscribers. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. Also, thank you so much to the live stream community and the Patreon community. Thank you guys so much for your support. Also, we have a new community that we can start on YouTube called Members. Please, we have a little join button that should be down here somewhere. Please feel free to join the channel, and there's perks associated with joining the channel. Appreciate you so much. Also, make sure you come to OG Boxing Talk Sunday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Now, let's go. All right, man. When I read, you ever heard this saying, you know, like, I don't believe in coincidences. Well, I won't use a saying. I just don't believe in coincidences. Okay. Some people can call me a conspiracy theorist, right? But when things just sound like a little funny, I tend to think that they're funny unless proven otherwise, okay? My mind just works like that. So if somebody were to tell me that they flipped a coin, right? One time it was heads, they flipped the coin the second time it was heads, I would say okay. But if somebody flipped that coin and it landed on heads maybe 30 times in a row, I'm thinking that there's something wrong with the coin. Because the probability of that happening is so small that it is more reasonable for me to think that somebody weighted that coin in a way where it always lands head, or I got to look at the coin and see that both of them, it's heads on both sides, right? But there's got to be some explanation, or I will believe that there's some explanation for why something that seems not completely impossible, but highly improbable takes place. That's the subject of this morning's video with Tyson Fury and Dean White. Okay, I call Dean White because he's saying he's Dillian White's brother. From everything that I've heard and sources that we have around, he's not his brother at all. It's a guy that changed his name to White. That's what I've heard. Can't verify that, but anyway, so whenever I hear him saying something, I'm suspect anyway. But let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you how this coin just landed on heads 35 times in a row. I wake up this morning and Tyson Fury is on my feed as I'm strolling through my feed. Yeah, shout at you. And I see he's on there on my Twitter saying, you know, something really strange happened to me this morning. Somebody came to my house and he said this guy wanted to end his life. So I went and, you know, me being me, that's what he said, right? Excuse me, popcorn. Me being me, that's what he said. Me being me, I saved his life, right? I think he says he took him for a 3-mile run, told him, hey man, you don't need to end your life. There's more out there. And he does a feed out there talking about it, right? So I'm like, okay. I think to myself, Tyson Fury be lying like a rug, man. Like he lies like a rug, like flat out Asian rug, just boom, terrible lie, just lies constantly. Like not quite like Eddie Hearn lie, but just be making up stuff, exaggerating stuff, forgetting stuff, that type of stuff. So when he said that, I was like, man, I should put this on Twitter and I should just kind of blast this dude because I don't believe him, right? But then I thought better of it. I was like, you know what? No, don't do that. Because, you know, hey, man, what if what he said is true? What if he did take a man who was going to commit, who was willing to, you know, end his existence, take him on a 3-mile run? My thought then again was, you know what, man? I don't know how many people can actually go on 3-mile runs. like, what's the chance of a guy that is just depressed actually being like a runner? Because, you know, hey, man, going 3 miles nonstop, dude, that's not an easy task. But, you know, I suspended my disbelief and moved on and went through some more stuff. Then I see that the same morning, Dillian Whyte, let me check this because today is the 3rd, right? It's the 3rd. Before I say it, let me check. On the 3rd, Dillian Whyte's brother, yes, he posted this December 3rd at 3:14 a.m. that a man suffering a panic attack opened the door of a British Airways flight in Saudi Arabia in midair, but was stopped by fellow passengers, including the brother of Dillian Whyte. According to The Guardian, right? So Dillian Whyte's brother his brother saved somebody or assisted saving somebody from suicide. Then, hours later, the same thing happens to Tyson Fury. But this time, it's somebody that is, obviously in very, very good shape. Now, the guy might have had a lot of problems, but fitness was not one of them. He can just bust out there and go run. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling bad. Yeah, I got my tennis shoes on, by the way, too. Like, did Tyson Fury give him the tennis shoes? Like, I think Tyson Fury got to wear, he's 6'9", so what's he wearing, size 16, 17 shoes? Did the guy go to his house in running gear? You know what I mean? Did he go to there in running gear, or did he was he in the middle of his jog and said, hey, let me jog by Tyson Fury's house and ask him to talk me out of doing away with myself? I didn't want to do away with myself until I talked to you, Tyson Fury, and I went on a run with you. Anyway, maybe yes, maybe no. Now, like I said, I'm a conspiracy theorist because I've been called a conspiracy theorist because I don't believe in coincidence, or better stated, because there is coincidence, I guess. Not really, but I guess, okay? There's some things that are not, not everything is plotted out consciously. Anyway, so I think to myself, what are the chances though? Okay, what are the chances that two UK heavyweights, very active on social media, what's the chances that Tyson Fury did not know or did not hear what happened to Dean Whyte? And is that something that might get Tyson Fury out there willing to make some stuff up? Maybe. I don't know, man. Maybe one or the other, I'm not believing. Now, the Dean Whyte thing, other than it being Dillian's brother, see, I don't believe that's Dillian's brother because I've heard too many people say that's not his brother, right? Too many people from the UK say that's not his brother. So what are the chances that both them lying about him being his brother and he helping somebody from trying to jump out of a plane? Seeing as there were other witnesses around, according to this article, Dillian Whyte himself was supposed to be on the plane. I think they said Anthony Joshua's mother was on the plane, right? Maybe that sound like that could happen because there's other people that could at least attest to whether or not that happened. And it also wasn't just Dean Whyte being the only one trying to keep this dude from jumping out of a plane. And also, it seems more realistic that if somebody was trying to do that, that the best way to do that, a very good way of doing that, would be to open the door of a plane and try to fly. That very well could be a way to do that. But on Tyson Fury, on the other hand, to go on a run with him, right? You have to show up with tennis shoes. You got to show up with work gear, or they got to have somebody your size that will be willing to, get you some tennis shoes, go buy some tennis shoes. The fact that he's got to be able and fit enough to run 3 miles, and the fact that this happened, from what I understand, after what happened with Dean Whyte, make me say, nah, one of these dudes is not telling the truth. And I believe it's most realistic to assume, I think it's most reasonable to assume that if somebody's making something up, it's Tyson Fury. Because Tyson Fury doesn't want anybody to get any more shine than he does. And also, he's the type of guy that literally can be delusional. Because he will say that a 6-round knockout, in which Deontay Wilder knocked the spirit through the back of the head of Luis Ortiz, was somehow a terrible performance. He can actually duck a fight with Deontay Wilder, then accuse Deontay Wilder of ducking. So Yeah, I'm leaning towards if one of these guys are making something up, I'm leaning towards it being Anthony Joshua. Tyson Fury. And I believe that there's probably more there's probably more truth to what happened with Dean White. All with the exception of his name actually being Dean White and being his brother. So anyway, I just thought I'd share with you that with you. I found it hilarious and coincidental, quinky dinkle. Let me know what you think in the comment section about it. And with that, I'm out. Peace.